Welcome to all the TAN leaders in the room, spouses, and guests. And really welcome to the wonderful Dominican Republic. This really is already proving to be one of our best conferences yet. You know, don't you think? You know, we had a great day yesterday with registration. We had the information booths this morning. But it's really hard to beat this resort and the all-inclusive power of this wristband. What do you think? You know, the royal service aspect isn't too bad either, right? So it's really nice to have people helping you with your cabanas and things like that out on the beach. So take advantage of that. You know, we're going to be doing some official recognition a little bit later in the conference on Wednesday night. But we have a very special group in the audience with us here today, and that's our first-timers. I've been able to speak to many of you over the last day and a half, and definitely yesterday meeting a lot of you during the registration process. But I'd like to take a moment. We have 83 of the 92. We had 92 first-time conference qualifiers in the audience with us. I'd like to bring the lights up, if we could, and recognize the 83 that are present. If you would, please stand to be recognized if this is your first conference with TAN. Yeah. Woo! Congratulations. Thank you. That's a big group, Wade. Very, very special group. You know, next I'd like to recognize all of our business partners that are with us today, and I'd like for them to also stand as I call their names, because it's always good to put a face with a name, especially with your business partners that are here to assist you. All of them have been in the information booths doing presentations, but they're available through the entire conference for questions, or if you have business opportunities, something of that nature, make sure that you bring it up with them. First of all, if we could bring the lights back up for this section, we have Brian Bly, Director of Employee Benefits and Virtual Sales, here representing TEB. Brian, in the back there. Let's. Beverly Solari is our annuity external wholesaler, and she's here representing our partner in Crump. Beverly, where are you? Right there in the back. Let's give Beverly a round. She is definitely someone for you to get to know, because she's willing to also come into offices and do presentations. She is available by phone. Beverly has been a great partner to TAN early on in our relationship. We have Matt McBride here. He's the Senior Manager of Risk and Business Review, and he's representing TFA. Matt, right here. Let's give Matt a hand. So if you're interested in qualified money and also getting licensed and so forth, Matt is an excellent person to talk to. I know today I stopped by his booth, and he was in there talking about recurring income, using the Alpha platform, which is just a tremendous opportunity for all of us. And from Cedar Rapids, Senior Associate of Agent Acquisition and Development, really supporting and helping Jake Craig's team. Bree Carson is here with us today, and her guest Ryan. Let's give Bree a hand. Nice job. Where's Bree? Next, I'd like to recognize the TAN leadership team that are here in the Dominican with us for this conference. And also, please stand as I call your name so that people can put a face with a name. I know a lot of times you talk to everybody on the phone, but it's always good to see who that is. And also, don't be afraid to seek the individuals out at this conference if you have questions. But first up, I want to recognize Eric Lippert. He's our Assistant Vice President of Sales Support and Information Management, and his wife, Joni. Fred Walker is not a stranger to many of you, but Fred is our Vice President of Professional Development, and let's recognize him and his wife, Denise. Fred? Stephen Bloomberg, many of you met him at the information booth. He is our Senior Financial Specialist, and his wife, Amanda. Let's recognize Steve in the back there. Uku Taranaloo is really in charge of everything, Wade, on the facility side. So if you like the facility that you're in, which most of you I'm sure do, Uku is our Vice President of Field Support, and he is here with his wife, Maria. So let's give Uku a round of applause in the back. You really can't make it if your computer doesn't work, Wade. And Chris Goggin is the manager of field support, and he's here with his wife, Jane. So Chris, thank you. Somebody very important to our business is Kristen Boyce and her TAN sales support team, and she's the TAN sales support supervisor, and she's also at the conference with her husband, Sean. So let's give Kristen a round of applause. Next, I'd like to recognize my team, the regional vice presidents. As you all know, work very hard to support you each and every day. And first of all, I want to recognize Don Balderson, regional vice president of Region 6. Don? Next is David Conroy, regional vice president of Region 4, and his wife, Kate. Nice job. We have Alan Jackson, the regional vice president of Region 5, and his wife, Julie. Alan? Regional vice president of Region 1, really the newest member to our team, doing an outstanding job. Many of you know him because he was onboarding a lot of individuals in this room last year and was a critical part of our success. But let's hear it for Johannes Worku. Johannes. Next, someone that really needs no introduction to this team, the head of TAN and our senior vice president, Wade Hampton, and his wife, Annette. And last but certainly not least, my partner, my wife, Melissa, in the front row here. I'd also like to recognize this morning the meetings and events team that really make all this happen. And we have a great team that supports us at each and every conference, really each and every meeting that we do. And that's Amy Ingalls. Amy, where are you? Let's give Amy a big round of applause. Amy. She's probably out doing something. Courtney Schweitzer. Courtney, are you in the room? Let's give Courtney a big round of applause. Again, they're busy. And then Caitlin Laramie. Caitlin, let's give Caitlin a hand. And really helping us today with the meeting, Joe Schultz and the Raya production team. Let's give them a big round of applause. I'd like to take an opportunity this morning, too, to recognize all the spouses, significant others, or anyone in your life that supports you, because that really helps us as individuals be truly successful when we have that type of support at home, or maybe it's even a son or a daughter. So let's give all of them a huge TAN welcome this morning. You know, the team that we have assembled here in the Dominican is truly TAN's best of the best. The reps and producers in attendance here produced $16 million in placements, which represented 22% of what TAN did during the qualifying period. The reps in attendance here also helped 17,000 families, and that really is truly what we do day in and day out. We have 78 reps here with over 5 years experience. We also have 80 reps in attendance that have 90% or better persistency. Now, the MDs and ADs that are in the room placed a total of $37.5 million, or 50% of TAN's total placements over the qualifying period. Let's give them all a round of applause. That's huge. We also have 35 reps that qualified with over 100,000 of placements. The total face amount, and this means a lot because this is what we really do, but the total face amount of coverage placed by this team in the room was $1.8 billion. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's what we're doing out in the local community. Next, I'd like to share with the group a video that really talks to Transamerica's new wealth and health marketing strategy. This video demonstrates the new marketing plan that focuses on wealth and health of our customers as we move forward. So let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at that. Nice, right? A few key points that I'm going to review with everyone. 81% of people say that it would be very valuable if a financial professional considered their health and wealth when building their financial plan. Investing in your health is just as critical as investing in your retirement. This represents the future of sound advice, and this is a quote from Joseph Coughlin. So, the question becomes, how do we really do this? How do we work to shift the mindset? Well, the answer is wealth and health, and Transamerica is seizing the opportunity to become one of the first financial institutions to champion the connection between wealth and health. We're rebranding and separating ourselves from the pack by really owning a universal yet simple approach and message that wealth and health are linked. Whether it's saving a little bit more, taking the stairs, or packing your own lunch, every little step towards a wealthy and healthy future is definitely an achievement. Consider this. Life expectancy has increased 30 years over the last century, and studies show that people who are financially secure enjoy a better quality of life with less stress and fewer health risks. In 1985, 74% of Americans relied on a pension as their primary source of income at retirement. Now, just a little over 30 years later, only 16% of people will use a pension as their primary source of income during their retirement years. To me, this creates a huge opportunity for all of us here at TAN to help people that are living longer to create a lifetime income. And we have the products and portfolio to help people do that. The little decisions that people make today can lead to big rewards. If the average person, just with a little healthier strategies, they can save almost $6,000 a year. And we know that if you save $6,000 a year with compounding, what that could mean for the average customer, Wade, with their accumulation strategy and their wealth goals. Another thing that we look at is, lastly, as a company, our clients need to be informed. And we're using the latest research and discoveries to help people plan for their future. We're looking at some of the best academic minds and the technology in the industry to really put you in a position to create a different customer experience, Al, when that customer deals with you. We also want to help our customers learn about the undeniable link between wealth and health. We want to help them to develop a smarter daily habits, and also we want to help them set goals and track their progress. We also want to help them celebrate the impact of their decisions, for the present and the future. So how are we going to do this? Well, we have the Transamerica app, and this is a customer experience app that's really neat. When the customer goes in and keys in their wealth and health goals, it pushes information to them. So it asks them, when do you want to retire? What type of income would you like when you retire? It asks you about your health goals. And then once you put your input in, it pushes articles to you to give you ideas about your goals. So like priorities, like for wealth, there's priorities about what is a 401k. There's things about longevity that it pushes to the customer. Really neat stuff. We have 1,000 reps right now and managers that are piloting this app right now. The other thing is something we call the new age of advice, and you're going to see a short video, but the new age of advice gives you an opportunity to use customer-facing materials, things like a field guide to Social Security, a field guide to Medicare. There's other things on there talking about know your numbers, but it gives you the opportunity to use these field guides to help your customer plan for their wealth goals. It's a very interactive site, and at this point, let's take a little look at a video that talks about the new age of advice. And when you leave here today, if you want more information, you can go to www.newageofadvice.com.
You've seen it firsthand. Clients are changing, and so is the kind of financial advice they need. In a nationwide survey, 81% of people told us it would be valuable for an advisor to consider their potential healthcare expenses when building their financial strategy. Welcome to the new age of advice, where Transamerica breaks down the wealth and health connection and what it really means for financial professionals every day. This is where you'll find resources to help you guide clients through financial planning in the face of dementia, Social Security, Medicare, plus so much more. After all, what is wealth without health? Get content right on your device and share what you're reading. See the future of sound advice at the new age of advice.
I encourage you to go out and take a look at the website. Lastly, when it comes to preparing for your future, there is no time like the present. So let's get started today, helping our customers. As you get these new tools, I encourage you to go out to the new age of advice and take a look at that site.